My boss said I shouldn't work above my pay grade, so I worked at exactly my pay grade. I'd been at this company for 3 years when Donald completely humiliated me during a big meeting in front of everyone I worked with. Maybe we could save time by changing how we handle these reports, I suggested, holding up this diagram I'd spent my whole weekend making. Let's not work above our pay grade, shall we, Tom? He said with this condescending laugh that made everyone uncomfortable. You're entry level, not management. You need to learn your place. Do what you're paid to do, nothing more. He moved to the next slide like he hadn't just insulted everything I'd done. Stay in your lane, Thomas. I set down the marker quietly. Okay, then staying in my lane it is. He practically glowed with satisfaction. See how easy that is? Everyone just doing their assigned tasks, no overstepping. The very next morning, April from accounting showed up at my desk with her usual panic. Thomas, can you fix this spreadsheet real quick? You always know how to handle these things. I kept typing without looking up. Sorry, that's above my pay grade. Tech support handles that stuff. But you've literally always helped me with this. Donald made it clear yesterday that I need to stay in my lane. Call IT. Her face went through 3 different expressions before settling on disbelief. That afternoon, Donald himself appeared with his laptop looking stressed. Need you to polish these slides for tomorrow's big presentation. I didn't even glance at the screen. That's design work, Donald. Above my pay grade. His left eye started twitching. You've been doing my slides since you started here, which was wrong of me. You were right yesterday. I was overstepping. This presentation is critical. Then you should probably do it yourself or hire someone. He stood there for a full minute before storming off. The real fun started when the new guy arrived. Sandra from HR brought him to my desk. Thomas always trains our new people. He's the best at explaining everything. I looked up briefly. Training is a supervisor job, not in my job description. Sandra looked like I'd spoken in a foreign language. But you've trained the last 5 people we hired, which was me working above my pay grade. Donald corrected that behavior on Monday. The kid stood there clutching his folder looking lost. So who's supposed to train me? Someone at the appropriate pay level. Donald materialized within 15 minutes looking furious. What's this about refusing to train Kevin? Training isn't in my job description. We don't have anyone else who knows everything. That sounds like a management problem. His face turned red. Thomas, be reasonable. I'm being exactly what you told me to be. Thursday at 4:47 p.m., Donald rushed over in full panic mode. Emergency. Important client needs updated numbers for their 5:30 call. I was already packing my bag. My hours are 9 to 5. This can't wait until tomorrow. Overtime requires authorization and higher pay rate. Thomas, don't do this. I'm doing exactly what you instructed. Staying in my lane. I logged off while he stood there speechless. The contract is worth $2 million. Sounds like something management should handle. Friday's department meeting turned into a complete disaster. Donald tried presenting without all the background work I usually did. The VP asked about details Donald couldn't answer. Where are the breakdowns? Donald fumbled with his laptop. Thomas usually. They're being compiled. I thought Thomas did those, Cora said. Thomas is focusing on his core responsibilities, Donald said through gritted teeth, which apparently don't include the 20 other things he was doing, April added, still bitter about the spreadsheet incident. By week 2, everything was falling apart. The printer stayed broken because I stopped fixing it. Reports went out with errors because I stopped checking them. Clients complained about delays because I stopped covering for others. Monday morning, Donald called me into his office with HR present. We need to discuss your recent performance. My performance has been exactly at my pay grade level. You're being deliberately difficult. I'm being exactly what you told me to be. The HR rep shifted uncomfortably. Thomas, we value team players here. Team players who work above their pay grade without compensation? Dead silence filled the room. I'll go back to doing everything tomorrow at the appropriate salary. Donald's face went purple. That's a 40% raise. That's the difference between my pay and the work I was doing. This is extortion. This is market rate. The HR rep cleared her throat. Donald, if Thomas was performing duties above his level. Donald glared at both of us before finally agreeing.